What do Minority Report, Gone Girl, and JCPenney have in common? I'm Rebecca Lieb.
And I'm Jason Horton.
And this is Ghost Town.
Episode 1 of Ghost Town. How does it feel?
It feels sexy.
Well, I'm excited. You're excited.
I am excited.
You are excited. And we're excited that people are listening. We love the subject.
We love it. We were pretty obsessed with it before even this became a thing.
Yeah. And I feel like your I don't say expertise, but I've known about you is things that are haunted or pretty dark.
Yes. I mean, I've been like obsessed with haunted shit for a very long time. I run these true crime haunted bar crawls. I have a stand-up show, storytelling show called Haunted. I worked on this investigation discovery show to legitimize my obsessiveness.
So it's you. I mean, pretty much it consumes a lot of what you do.
Yeah, I mean, look at my cat. She's here.
She knows.
Spooky looking.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm a witch.
You are,
I'm a white woman who lives in Los Angeles.
I'm a little bit of I'm a little bit of a scaredy cat, you know, but I love it. My
you
interest.
like move towards it though.
I move towards it. Yeah, I gravitate towards it. But my things that I'm obsessed with is historic landmarks and locations, especially ones for TV and film or culturally relevant. But specifically, I love things that have been abandoned and are still there.
Oof.
Amusement parks, malls. And Los Angeles is rich with them.
Absolutely.
You know? So that's great that we've experienced a lot of stuff.
Abandoned playground.
Yeah, even though
city.
The city is a pretty young city compared to a lot of the United States or the world especially. But with Hollywood and a lot of what's going on, there's just a lot of things that have been left behind or have been kind of painted over.
Absolutely.
In some way. But there's really cool stuff out there that we've explored separately, and I'm excited to kind of talk about that and our personal experience, and then things that we have no experience, things on our bucket list.
Absolutely. Fantasy abandoned places that we'd love to just hang out in alone.
Yeah.
Into the world.
Yeah, maybe we'll do some of these there.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do some of these there and see.
I would love that.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Well, everyone keep listening, and we'll get there. This episode is very personal to me because it's I worked on a film, and I got the information for the location, and I was excited to work on this film.
Did you get your SAG? Is this how you became SAG eligible?
I've been at SAG since 2001.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
All right. Well, maybe.
And I'm only 19, so before I was born.
Wow.
So I was excited to work on this film, and I get the location. And I get to the location, and I'm looking around. I was like, wow. I was like, I've never been here, but there's something about this that's familiar. And it turns out that it has been on my list of places to visit. It's the now abandoned Hawthorne Plaza Mall in Hawthorne, California. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like there, and I was like so amazed, and everyone's excited working on the film, and it's this cool location. I was like, do you know where we are? Like, I was like, do you understand that I've had a personal interest in coming here? So I was very excited on that level.
What are you working on? Like what?
I can't talk about it.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't talk. It should come out later this year. Just right now, can't talk about what it is. And I'm not just saying that to be. Normally, I would talk about.
Commercial.
I would normally talk about literally anything if somebody gave me the chance.
Yeah.
But this specifically, I can't actually mention. Although if you go on my personal Instagram, maybe you can piece it together because there's photos of the mall. Of course, I put stuff up on the Ghost Town Instagram, ghosttownpod. You could check that out. So
Wow, it hasn't even been 5 minutes and there's a plug. I love it.
Already a plug. But it's, you know what I mean? It's investing back in us. And I think people, I seek out these pictures and videos just like you do too. And I feel like we all have a place to talk about it. It'd be really great. But I'm obsessed with mall culture in general because I grew up like, in the 80s, like pretty hardcore, and malls were the center of every movies and TV shows. If there was no malls, there'd be no
what's the point?
The Dawn of the Dead movies or whatever, and there'd be no point to having these movies because the mall becomes almost a character.
Yeah.
So, and I'm obsessed with the fact that like with the internet, which we're on now, has contributed to the decline of the mall for no fault of its own. It's just some malls really still flourish, and it's part of that culture. And I've worked at malls, and I go back there, and I'm like, wow, it's depressing.
It is.
But I'm obsessed with it, and
Exactly.
I keep
It
bringing.
used to be like back in Wisconsin where I'm from, it used to be just where you would go. Your parents
Yeah.
would just drop you off. There'd be like Phil Collins piped in,
Yep.
fake plants, and you would just spend the day at the mall. You just hang out there.
Chill at the food court.
Yeah, absolutely. Go into all the stores,
Arcade.
buy stuff, steal stuff, arcade.
Yeah, steal stuff.
By the fountain, make a wish.
Yeah. Did any of them ever come true?
No.
They never came true. So malls maybe are.
Pizza.
But I feel like there's a lot of like energy of people that have kind of come and gone, and the Hawthorne Mall has a history with things being filmed. I think Taylor Swift filmed a music video there. There's Gone Girl, Minority Report, Tokyo Drift, a little Fast and the Furious. You Tokyo Drift all the time.
All the time. In fact, actually, we're in Echo Park right now. A lot of the Fast and the Furious homes are on my block.
Oh, okay.
So maybe we'll do that for another episode.
Yeah, people will be like, but they're not. They're still there. You like abandon this place so we could do an episode,
Get
please.
out! Get out of here!
So I was very excited. I was always kind of obsessed with this. So I figured this would be a good start, a good thing to discuss. You've never been there, right?
I have not. No.
I think at this point, I don't know. There's a lot of back and forth. There were like, okay, we're gonna turn it into an outdoor mall, and there's if you go through the news. But I was there like maybe a year ago, so pretty recently, and it was there in all its glory. And I remember a lot of people were wearing face masks because of like the dust, and I was like, I want to breathe all this. I was weird, but I wanted to breathe all of that in, for better or worse. I don't know. It wasn't for me being tough or cool. I was just like, I just really wanted to kind of feel what it was like. I really would love to photo match some of the photos that I took. But it's a dead mall on Hawthorne Boulevard. It opened in 1977, and it's now it's not. It's not. I think part of it is still being used. I guess there's the part is being used. It went in decline in the 90s, which I think. Do you ever wonder, like, when did these malls, like, when you know when it's there, but you don't know when it started to? You just know when you stopped going to them. Do you remember when you like stopped going to malls as much, or?
Well, I still kind of, I was just thinking about, I still kind of go to malls, but the malls that are still in existence really have to up the ante.
Yeah.
I've been in LA for a long time, and there's all these fancy outdoor malls, so it's kind of this different experience.
Sure.
Like, it's not like a casino or like
The Americanas or the Groves or the Westfield Mall, like kind of experience.
Definitely.
So I feel like the malls itself, if you're not part of that, like
upper
umbrella,
crust,
umbrella, like there's no way to survive. It went from 130 stores in the late 1980s to 87 in 1994, which I was like, that's pretty early. That's pre-internet for
they were already sucking the life out of that mall.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's because how the economy fits in, and now it is not there. The southern part was redone in 1998 and still open. Includes a supermarket, a pharmacy, and some small restaurants. It includes the things that where it's people
like
need.
baseline.
People still need those things in that area.
You have to physically go to those. Like, humans need like antibiotics and cinnamon buns.
Yeah.
You can't get that off Amazon.
And like a ahi tuna sandwich.
You do.
So you need all those things. But they're talking about like totally just getting rid of it and obviously building up over it. It's just like who it goes in and out of, I guess, like we're gonna do this, we're not gonna do this, we're gonna do this, we're not gonna do this. And I want it to be there kind of forever because I want movies to keep getting filmed there. Yeah. Because then I feel like I'm more invested in them. I don't know. I just don't want those things to leave.
Yeah, we have such a strong sense of place, and we love like when we go to a place, especially like movie celebrity stuff, where it's like I'm in the place where this happened. Like,
You don't understand.
Connection.
I'm obsessed with standing in a spot that was occupied by somebody else.
Yeah.
10, 20, 30, 40, 60, 100 years ago. Just the fact that I'm occupying that same space is really amazing to me, and I feel like malls are. I don't know. It's where everyone kind of came together, right? Whether you were a mall walker, whether you met your friends, whether it was your first job.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a lot of memories that come from a mall, and then there's going to be a point where I don't know if people are going to need them anymore, especially when you don't even need to leave the house, right? You can get food delivered, you can get stuff delivered, you can get people delivered, right?
It's true. I could get a person delivered right now.
Yeah, and I would be listen, if somebody wants to deliver me for money, I'll do it.
Yeah, we'll do it.
We'll do it. That's side business. Side business. Let us know. We're interested, but it's the Hawthorne Plaza is
was there anything still left there when you were there?
It was just fixtures, which pretty iconic is parts of escalators.
Okay.
So we'll put some stuff. There's already some video that I took, which I never released until now, and it's currently on the Ghost Town Instagram and Facebook.
Oh, it's very
so I grabbed some footage there, and it was just it was during the day, so some light got through, which is kind of cool. But I put some pictures up on my personal Facebook as well, and I'll get some more pictures up.
Yeah, so there's not like a fountain. There's another abandoned mall. It's by Carson, where there's a big Ferris wheel. Just
carousel
okay in the middle of it, and it's still there, but the mall is basically abandoned, which is very eerie. But there's no defining features of the Hawthorne Mall. You still see an upper level and a lower level, and there's just a lot of there's an escalator going down, but it only goes down because it's all rubble. So it's just super cool. It's very open, maybe some that's why some scenes with a lot of transients and like people walking through there. It just looks like that. And when we were there filming, there were mattresses and stuff set up of people that were obviously living there. They're squatting there. They were living there. Wow. So wait, getting in, I know you went there because you were shooting something there. Do you think it'd be easy? Is there security? Is there a parking lot still?
There was security when we were there, definitely. And I think there are security that, they're driving around. So, okay. But there was a bay door almost like where trucks would back in. And it's very cool. I mean, maybe it's something we can go check out and do a little, photo shoot. I don't know what would we do.
Fun, sexy photo shoot at midnight.
Sure, yeah, definitely
Full
at midnight.
Moon? Not the waning moon.
No, and then we'll just we'll ride those escalators one more time.
I'd love that.
Well, yeah, the Hawthorne Plaza Mall, very exciting. Only time I've ever been to Hawthorne.
How far is that from LA?
I don't know. It was maybe 30. I went from another location. Do you know what I mean? Okay. So Scarlett Johansson and I were just and then no, she wasn't involved at all. Literally not at all.
Not at all.
So if you happen to have any stories or experiences with it, definitely email us or contact us.
Absolutely.
On one of the sites. I'd love to hear your point of view, especially people that, if you've lived in the area and went to the mall as a patron, definitely contact us.
And if you were a guy who went to the Museum of Jurassic Technology for the Christmas party in 2012 and you were a PhD in mall architecture, I was not interested romantically, but I would love for you to be on the podcast.
Maybe in the last 6 years he's upped his game. I don't know. You don't know. And you don't know where you're at, too. You know what I mean? Where are you at? Maybe you're...
All right.
Yeah, so,
I'm a mess.
Yeah, so... This isn't a misconnection on Craigslist either, but if you were somebody that were there during its heyday or its decline, I would definitely love to hear from you, and we could talk about it in a future episode.
Like a spaghetti dinner.
Nice spaghetti dinner.
Like a salmon.
Yeah, nice spaghetti salmon dinner. You get two choices. You get spaghetti or salmon. And no plate. So figure it out. I want to thank some people. My sister, Kat Rao, KATRAO.com.
You're just thinking, you're like, what's the last?
What's her last name? Well, she's got married recently.
Yeah.
CatRao.com. She did the logo.
It's amazing.
It's amazing. She's great. You can check out all her stuff. And then Mike Relm, Mikerelm. He's the DJ for the group The Far Side. So, he did the music, the intro music. I want to thank him. And,
You're so good. And we're going to put so many pictures up, and we're going to talk about this further. And we really hope that you will send us some good stories.
Yeah, send us good stories. We want you to be as involved as we are, and we hope
but not get paid.
But not get paid. If it costs you anything, it costs you time. And of course, check us out on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Ghost Town Pod, and email us at ghosttownpod@gmail.com. And we will see you next time. What's coming next? Don't know.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
Bye.